Police in Enid are giving an update on a man arrested after a child was found murdered in a motel swimming pool. Want to warn you, some details of this story are graphic. Let's listen into that press conference.
The nature of a call was a girl had drowned in the motel pool. Officers arrived and found the girl had been removed from the pool, but also there were signs of sexual assault. She was transported to the local hospital and later pronounced deceased. Officers at the scene learned that Michael S. Geiger was a person of interest in the case, and after about a 7-hour search for him, he was located on a nearby rooftop from the motel. He's currently being interviewed, but was taken into custody on complaints of first-degree murder and first-degree rape.
Okay. What do we know about him in particular? We had talked or seen that he was actually has a criminal past since it was just released out of prison late March, I think.
He was, according to the Department of Corrections records, he was released in late March on a 10-year kidnapping sentence from Oklahoma County. We were told that he had been in the Enid area for some work and had recently come up and stayed at the motel.
Oh, okay, okay. We said we had confirmed the girl was 2 years old, correct?
She was.
Okay. And was she found by an employee or was it just a citizen that was at the hotel?
I don't know who exactly had found her. It was a motel employee that had contacted us through 911.
Okay. Do we know the relationship between he and the little girl, if there is one?
That's still under investigation at this point. I believe he is still currently speaking with detectives.
That was my next question, actually. Is where are we at right now? I know, is the family, where are we at?
I believe they've spoken with the family, and they still might be in the station. Mr. Geiger's been placed under arrest, so he's in custody. He won't be released until he gets a chance to set a bond and have a chance to post it, but he is in custody on those 2 charges.
And obviously you said we don't know the relationship, and we don't know if he was or the child was in his care or anything of that nature, right?
We do not. It's still fairly early on in our investigation.
Okay. You said you found him on a roof of a door next door. How long did it take to get him taken down?
I believe once he was spotted by officers, he climbed down willingly and then was taken into custody.
If you had made the charges?
That's yet to be determined. I know that he's been in the interview since his arrest. He was transported straight from the area of his arrest to the station, and so he's been in the interview room since his arrest around 9:15.
Are you allowed to give any more details as to who was on scene? You mentioned there was someone, a staff member from the hotel that made the call when you guys got there. Can you give us more information as to who was there?
I'm not exactly certain yet. All of our night shift officers are still in the building. They're finishing up their reports. Most of them were overtime 3 to 4 to 5 hours this morning, being part of that search. As more of that information comes together, we'll be able to release that as it comes available.
Has police heard from any witnesses that saw anything, heard anything, or was it just kind of a child was found?
I believe they've spoken to a few witnesses, but that's part of that ongoing investigation. We'll continue to follow up with them and gather whatever information we can about the incident.
Just a tragic story there in Enid, a terrible story. A young girl dead. A man is in custody, Michael Geiger. As we get more information, of course, we'll bring it to you. Austin Brissett is there. We'll be talking with him throughout the day as well as he gathers more information.